Hey there, it's Dean Odell with 7 Gables Real Estate and the Odell Group. Today is September 30th. It's time for another Tustin Talks. Got a lot to talk about today, and we've got the Tustin edition here. Also, we'll go over what's going on in the Tustin zip codes. So let's go to the charts and let's get started. Let's start with the active listing inventory. Right now, 2,289 homes on the market. We are down 1,924 homes from last year, and we're down almost 4,000 homes from the 2 years before that. You can see we've got an inventory crisis going on here. Let's go look at demand. What you're going to see is that we are at 2,623 homes. Now, last year we were higher, but we know we were coming out of the doldrums there from, what we were going through last year, right? So the norm is usually about 2,000 homes if you look back at 2018, 2019. So you can see we're still 600 homes, almost 30% higher, even with a big lack of inventory that we have. Hey, sorry to interrupt this program, but we want to make sure you are subscribed to Tustin Talk, so please click on the subscribe button below. And then if that doesn't work, just go to theodellgroup.com, or you can go to youtube.com/Tustin Talks. Now let's get you back to the program. Now let's look at that expected marketing time. It is still holding steady at 26 days. Last year it was at 39. The year before that it was at 84, and the year before that it was at 100 days. Speed of the market is quick. Let's look at the price ranges. It is a hot seller's market all the way up to $4 million. And if you look at where we are this year versus last year, you can see how that looks. It is a fast market. We went ahead and created a table chart here for you just so you could see this all laid out in a table format. If you look at the years from 18, 19, 20, and 21, you can see what the active listing inventory's been, the pending inventory's been, and the days on the market has been. Look at the active listing inventory since 2018. We've dropped 4,900 homes, but our pendings or our escrows are up 473 homes. How does that work, right? You can see that we actually have more homes pending than we have to sell, and that there is the problem. That is the shortage. That is the crisis. You can see that we were at 100 days on the market in 2018. We're now at 26. We're down 74 days. So sellers, you're getting more money. You've got less competition, takes less time to sell, and you guys should be loving life right now, okay? But if you read the headlines, now you listen to the headlines, what are you going to read this month? Market's slowing down, pendings have dropped, all this kind of stuff, right? Well, yeah, the pendings are dropping. Last year they were 3,256. Now they're down 2,623. So yeah, the pendings are down, but what about the inventory? Of course it's down. We have 633 less homes that are in escrow because we didn't come out of what from last year this year. And what they're not saying is that the active listing inventory is down 1,924 homes. What they should be saying is that the pendings are only down 633 homes, despite that inventory is down 1,924 homes. But they want to sell you guys stuff. They want you to look at things. So the headlines are always deceiving. We know how that is. So let's move to the next chart. Okay, now let's look what's fueling all this demand. In this sample, you will see because of the supply and demand, they are saying that housing prices could still go up as much as another 10% next year. This is a national number, not a regional number, but this will give you the idea of what can happen. So if prices go up $100,000 in the next year, because now you could buy something for $1 million, it's going to cost you $1.1 million next year, you have to compare these two charts and look what's going on there. Right now, interest rates are at 2.86. That is what's fueling this market. Rates, because of what we went through last year, they've been kept down low. They've been under 3% since July. No one anticipated that was going to happen, but they had to get the economy going again. So what did they do? They dropped rates. They threw fuel on the fire, and this is what happens. We have limited supply, a ton of demand because of these interest rates at 2.86%. But what they are predicting is next year, rates will be at 3.5%. That's probably pretty believable because the economy is chugging along pretty well. And if that happens, that means you could pay as much as another 100 grand for $1 million house next year if it goes up 10%. And what is the cost of waiting on your payment? The cost of waiting, you can see, is $639 a month, or $7,668, because you're going to be paying a higher interest rate and a higher purchase price. So that's the cost of waiting. Eventually, the economy is going to show improvement and rates are going to go up. They just cannot stay down at these historical lows forever. It's not a matter of whether they're going to rise, it's a matter of when they're going to rise. So as a buyer, you got to take advantage of it while you can, even as competitive as it is, because long term, it's just going to cost you more to own the same house. All right, moving to the next chart. We finally made it to our Tustin chart. So let's look at what's going on here. Okay, so you can see the different categories here on the left-hand side and how they compare this year versus last year at this time, and how they compare within the zip code. So if you look at those, you will see 92705 actually is down on inventory, as is 92780 and 92782. What's interesting about 92705 is they are actually up on new listings. So, it's a higher price point over there, and, maybe the higher end sellers are thinking it's time to finally get out and let's put these homes on the market. You can see the solds in that zip code are up 27%, where they're pretty much equal in the other two zip codes. And you can see that the months of inventory has dropped in all the zip codes. You can see the average active price compared this year versus last, along with the different zip codes. And look at that final sales price to list price. 103%, 104%, 102%. Everybody's paying more than asking price, it seems, right? Average days on the market, we've talked about that. North Tustin's up a little bit, 92705, because it's a little bit more expensive zip code. And then you have Tustin Ranch Legacy are just on fire. Look at that, 12 days and 9 days. That is, lightning fast. How am I going to give you guys some advice, buyers and sellers? Here's what we're seeing out there, okay? We're seeing exactly what these stats are telling us. We're seeing less inventory and we're seeing strong demand. We have a property we're working on right now. One of our listings has 10 offers on it, and it is in the $1.8 to $2 million range. So there is just demand everywhere, okay? And these people are trying to take advantage of interest rates. These type of houses that they're trying to buy, especially the one I just told you about, it's like a forever house. It's like, where are you gonna go from here type of house. So people are paying big money for these houses, and they realize over time they're gonna be okay because of the interest rates. So buyers, don't give up, because it's just gonna get more expensive for you to own the same house in another year or two. And I wish I could tell you something different, but it's just not in the numbers. And to go from the market we're in right now to a market that you guys dominate is going to take a while, okay? Be patient and keep trying. We'd love to help you out there. We're getting many of our offers through for our buyers because of our relationships with some of these listing agents and stuff like that. People know that we're easy to work with, we're good to work with, and that's important to have the right representation that can get you that house. So give us a call there. Sellers, you know what? I've got so many people you can talk to that are so happy right now, because we've had people that have not thought that the advice that we were giving them might be the right advice, but they were going to go along with it because they said, hey, you guys are the experts, we'll listen to you, this type of deal. And they're so glad they have done what they have done. They've allowed us to come into their homes, get them ready for the market, and they have gotten top dollar, so far exceeding what they thought they would get. And the way we negotiate these offers for them always puts them in the very strongest position you can be as a seller. So we're very good at that, and we'd love to help you out. And we also sell houses we don't do anything to. So we always say to the sellers, it's your house, we'll do what you want to do, you're 100% in control, we're flexible. It's all about you, whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller at the Odell Group. We are working our hardest for you. We know it's not about us, we've been around too long. It's about you. You can trust us, high integrity. So let us help you out. Give us a call, and if you have any comments, please put them in there and I can answer some questions for you. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, don't forget, the Odell Group is one of the top 10 teams in Orange County. We have sold thousands of homes. So draw from our experience and let us help you out. Subscribe right now and watch our videos to educate yourself, whether you're a buyer, seller, or both. And then visit our website at theodellgroup.com and reach out and let's get to know each other so we can help you. All right? Thanks. Bye-bye.